I guess I should start talking. Hey everybody, welcome back to Almost Sideways, a place for movie conversation. The perfect time to have a conversation is during a live show. So we're doing my episode of Daily Notes. If you guys, let's start over first because I'm getting a little flustered, a little new technology, all this good fun stuff today. My name is Adam Daly of Almost Sideways Movie Podcast. And these are my daily notes where I have fun conversation about film. I have guests on. Today is not one of those live or guest episodes, but I'm really excited. Hopefully we have some people in the chat. I'm going to do kind of like a live movie conversation, talk about a few movies here, and then go on from there and, talk film. And if you guys have any questions, we'll put the questions in the comments section. We'll pop them up on screen if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening to this on audio podcast, great. You'll hear some awesome, fun conversations. If you are just now joining us for the very first time on this YouTube channel, first off, let me know how the quality is. We'll see how that goes. And then also, make sure you guys check out our podcast. We are streaming on Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you guys leave us a like, review, and all that good stuff over there if you can. And subscribe on this YouTube channel, Almost Sideways, and give us a thumbs up too. All that fun mumbo jumbo is out of the way. Hopefully this sound quality is good. Let me just double check on my phone real fast if it loads. Anyway, regardless, we are here. We're talking about some films here. This should be a fun conversation, hopefully. And yeah, we were going to talk about a couple of different movies that I've been watching recently. It's award season, so we have a couple of different nomination stuff coming out pretty soon as well. I'm trying to double check. Connection is unstable. It's fairly good. It's going back and forth between unstable and fairly good. So hopefully everything is good. Okay, we got a couple people in our chat here, so let's see. Hopefully, they pop up here soon. Let me know how the audio good on our end. Okay, cool. If that works, hopefully there's the chat now. Sorry guys, I love technology. Thank you, Leo. How you doing? All right, so let's get into some movie reviews. If you guys have any thoughts on the films that I'm talking about, I'll make sure to pop those up on the screen too. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys leave that there as well. So, and Eric Thorpe, audio is fine. Okay, perfect. Good. That's all. I'm always nervous about this stuff, especially when I don't have anybody to interact with, just myself. So the first movie, I guess you guys look at the thumbnail, and one of the big award-contending film is Nomadland. I didn't really share my thoughts about this on the podcast yet, but I thought I should. I thought Nomadland was really dang good, and we put our top 10 best movies of the year out already, and I didn't get a chance to put it on there because I hadn't watched it quite yet, and I thought it was fantastic. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I think it finished my top 5 favorite movies of all time, not all time, but of 2020. And Frances McDormand is really good. I don't think anybody else I can really see anybody else. I don't think I can't really picture anybody else in that performance because she is, she gives the other actors who are not really actors the chance to shine and gives them the attention instead of herself. And I think that's very selfless what she's able to do on that. And we got a couple people here. This is a favorite of this month so far. Actually, no, I think it's tough. It's tough. I gave this one 4 stars. There's another movie I gave 4 stars as a 2021 movie. I'll talk about that in a second. I think this may be Nomadland might be my favorite movie of the month so far, probably. Yeah. Haven't seen Minari yet. But we'll get to that in a second. Hopefully, to watch that soon. And then Eric Thorpe's here. I still need to see Nomadland. Yeah, I think it's a dang good movie. And what I really liked about it was especially with Chloe Zhao's direction. Now, granted, I need to see the writer. I heard fantastic things about the writer. So that's one of my glaring blind spots, if you will. So I'll check that one out eventually. But Chloe Zhao, man, I think there's some really amazing things that she's going to do as a director on the course of her career. I'm looking forward to every single movie that she does now because there's something that she was able to do with such realism and tell true story, like real stories and like real emotions out of people without having big flashy names. Yeah, Frances McDormand is a big time actress, but she's kind of she's at a point in her career where she is giving the other people the attention, which is fantastic. And I think she does get a nomination on the Oscar Sunday or Oscar nomination day. And I also think that she has a good chance of winning. Carey Mulligan and Vanessa Kirby are kind of the people I would love to win. Give somebody else who hasn't won quite yet. But if Frances McDormand's name gets called, I'm not going to be upset by it because she's fantastic. She's one of my favorite actors of all time. And one of my, obviously, all her work with the Coen brothers, with Blood Simple and Burn After Reading, Fargo. She's also done 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. The list goes on and on with her. And she's just a fantastic actress, and I love everything that she's in. Been in WandaVision land. Eric Thorpe, been in WandaVision land since January. I think I will talk about WandaVision. Let's just talk about WandaVision right now. How shall we? WandaVision. Finished that show. I actually really dug it a lot. I think it's one of the most creative things that the MCU has done and Marvel has done in a very long time. A lot of people say like the best movie, the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame are the tippy top of the MCU. I'm up there with you guys on that thinking, but I kind of think Winter Soldier is my favorite movie of the MCU. Winter Soldier is my favorite movie in the MCU. It's kind of a spy thriller that I really, really love. But the WandaVision, fantastic. Let's see. WandaVision is WandaVision. Love it. I loved it. My favorite MCU project to date from Eric Thorpe. Dude, Winter Soldier is fave too. Heck yes, Leo. But anyway. WandaVision is something cool because I never thought I would ever want to see Scarlet Witch and Vision get their own movie. I don't think that would actually work. But having it on a TV show, very, very smart, I think. And because it's be able to expand and be able to branch out and over a longer format than a movie could actually do. And I thought that was really dang good. And I think what they're going to do with Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out next week, actually. I think that's also going to benefit from the longer format show with a weekly format. And I really liked how the weekly format happened because you're able to have discussions and make a lot of not accusations, that's the wrong word, but you can speculate, have speculation, that's the word. Make speculations of what's going to happen with WandaVision and what's going to happen moving forward on every episode. Granted, Mephisto didn't really show up. Some other things didn't really happen the way that I thought, but I really enjoyed it. And I was really interested, especially seeing what Captain Marvel 2 is going to bring. I'm really excited for Captain Marvel 2, really excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Of course, the Spider-Man as well. So a lot of fun stuff coming out in the MCU. I think it's definitely good. I'm in the camp that I love the MCU. I really had a lot of fun, but after Endgame, I kind of tired, get a little tired. They're exhausting films at times because there's so much packed into it, and I didn't really know how MCU Phase 4 was actually going to pan out, and Black Widow being postponed so many times, and Eternals waiting for that Best Director win from Chloe Zhao before they post that trailer, possibly. Maybe a good break in having a TV show in between them is actually the right thing for them. Let's get a couple comments here. Eric Thorpe says, I think WandaVision edges out Infinity War or just ever so slightly. Such a fascinating project. And he also comments, I like Winter Soldier, but it's probably like number 10 for me in my MCU ranking. Is that a hot take? No, I don't think so. I have it really high. A lot of people, I really enjoyed it. So I don't think that's really a hot take. A lot of people have, I think, Endgame up quite up there. But I've also seen people with like movies that I have near the bottom. Like they really like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I'm not a big fan of that film. It's fun, but I just don't. I like the first one a little better. So I think whatever camp you're in, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So MCU is always a great. Let's see another comment from him. If WandaVision is any indication, I think Phase 4 could be the best one yet. It could possibly. You have Falcon, Winter Soldier coming out soon. You have Eternals, Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange 2. You have Shang-Chi, which is probably the project I'm most intrigued about because it's a new character, bringing back the real Mandarin, having some extra characters. Captain Marvel 2, I'm actually more excited now too. as well. All right, let's move on to the next film. This is a film. I have joined a group called Film Independent, where they send me a bunch of screeners for movies that they nominated for the Spirit Awards, and I'm able to actually vote on those awards, that award show, for the Indie Spirit Awards. And so I've been trying to binge these screeners. And one of the movies I watched was from 2020 called She Dies Tomorrow. And you actually saw that poster on the thumbnail. What a weird movie. I'm not really going to discuss this one too much because I don't think there's anything left to say. A lot of people have talked about that. And it's definitely one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen. It's kind of boring in a way. It's just really slow. A lot of definitely music. Oh, yes, Leo is a part of the Film Independent as well. So I love Film Independent, and I think we'll have a podcast episode with me and my other co-host, who's a Film Independent contributor as well. Talk about what we voted on for the Film Independent Awards. Never done that before. Never voted on an award show, but we really before. So it'd be fun to do that. Anyway, She Dies Tomorrow is just one of those movies that I thought some of the performances were interesting. The characters were different. The premise, I just couldn't wrap my head around what was happening. It was definitely a slower paced movie, which I normally don't mind, but this one nothing was really getting me invested to it. It was just a lot of cool, interesting colors, a lot of cool purples and neon colors, which I kind of a fan of. But nothing that really grabbed my attention. So She Dies Tomorrow is something that I'm not, Joe, can I speak to the manager? Joe Exotic's here. Nice to see you, Joe Exotic. Anyway, so moving on from that, She Dies Tomorrow. Not so crazy, but another film, Leo. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but it's also on the screeners if you're checking them out. But it's called The Killing of Two Lovers. Now, this film is fantastic. Now, I think it's one of my favorite movies of 2021, and might be actually, I'm probably got hooked a lot more than Nomadland. So it's debatable if this one actually is probably the better movie of the month so far. But The Killing of Two Lovers, it tells the story of a married couple that is separated at the time, but the husband but they're able to see other people, and the wife is seeing somebody else. But the guy, her husband, is kind of having a hard time dealing with that, and is going through a lot of like, I want to be with my wife, I want to fix this thing, I want to be with my kids, I don't want, and it's seeing this relationship planned out, and the runtime's only like an hour and 24 minutes, so it goes by really fast. But the score gets you hooked in it. The story is really just interesting, and that last like 15 minutes of the movie is actually really dang good. The opening of the film really hooks you. And I really don't want to, I don't want to give away anything in this movie, because I think this is a film that you should definitely go seek out. And Leo, you have access to it. If you're a Film Independent member, you definitely should have access to this one. The Killing of Two Lovers, fantastic little film here. One of my favorites of 2021 for sure. And I'm really excited for more people to actually watch this movie and see it, because it's really dang compelling. Another film, last film I'll probably talk. Actually, I watched SpongeBob SquarePants, Sponge on the Run. Now, I didn't really grow up with the SpongeBob SquarePants TV show. It's kind of a little past my liking of it. I know the characters: Patrick, Squidward, Gary, Mr. Krabs, Plankton, all those characters. And but it was kind of my brother's and my sister's show. I'm a few years older than them. Here we go. How was Sponge on the Run? For me, it was fine. It's something like, I'm not going to trash a movie for not really hooking me, because what it really did was I was able to watch this with my daughter, who is 6 years old, and she really liked it. So I enjoyed my time watching it with her. So overall, I think on my rating scale, I give it like a 2 out of 4 stars. Because I think there's stuff to like about it, especially maybe if you really watched the show growing up, you're really gonna like kind of be drawn to it and have fun with it. But for me, I never really get into it, so it was something like, oh, okay, yeah, there's some silly humor. I think that I'm not a big fan of like poo and fart jokes in kids movies, because that happens all the time. It's like kind of the easy way out, because we all chuckle at it at times. So there was some of that in there. The animation was really bright. there was some really fun moments in there, but I liked when they go to the Las Vegas, like casino area. It's kind of funny because my wife and I are actually going to Las Vegas at the end of the month too. So it was fun for the most part. It was just one of those things that didn't really grow up on it, so it's not something that really connected crazy with me. But with that said, though, it's a fun movie. If you like SpongeBob, go check it out. Last thing I will say that I watched was the Billie Eilish documentary. Hold on, let's see. One thought here. Eric Thorpe actually saw Sponge in the Rum in theaters. It was a theaters here in Canada back in July. Oh wow! I probably wouldn't have seen it in theaters normally, but I was excited for any movie to be in theater. That's a really dang good point about the theater system. Obviously, the theaters are just now opening up, and I think I'm trying to take my family out to Raya and the Last Dragon this weekend. Hopefully, we can be able to make that happen. But yeah, the last movie I saw in theater was Freaky with Vince Vaughn, and I really had a lot of fun with that movie. But yeah, normally you kind of just like grasping at whatever like is available, especially in this crazy time. You never know what's happening and where things are, what movies are actually going to come in the area. So definitely checking out Spencer in the Room just because it was there. I totally get that feeling because I'm desperate to go see a movie in the theater and eat some popcorn too. So we shall see how this weekend goes for a movie. Okay, Billie Eilish documentary on Apple Plus. This was one of the most amazing documentaries experiences I've had in a very long time. It mixes like the music and her story in a very authentic way that I just really appreciated. And as somebody who, I listen to Billie Eilish for, because my family listens to her, and I've slowly appreciated her music and just really, really got into kind of like her stuff. I'm really looking forward to hearing her song in the James Bond movie. And obviously she appeared at the Oscars last year. And, I thought that everything that this story, what she was doing, was probably some of my favorite documentaries since probably last year. I like hearing these really cool stories about these people that you think are, close to being perfect, being a celebrity, but she has her flaws, and she opens up about it, and is insecure at times, but it's so real, and it just made me appreciate it. And this is probably one of the favorite things I've watched this year or this month too. So a very good documentary that I really recommend. If you have Apple Plus, or if you don't, just it's like $4. So I would check out the Apple Plus TV show or movie of Billie Eilish. The World's Kind of Blurry, I believe that's what it's called. Very good documentary. So let's go back up to Eric Thorpe. Here we go. They are closed now, though. Talking about the movie theaters, they're closed now, though. Here again, and I'm ironically now that they seem to be open in most of the world. Oh, yeah, that's kind of funny that most of the world's opening back up, but then they close again. That would be kind of frustrating if that happened. Let's see. Have you checked out Cherry? I got pretty rocky reviews, but I'm looking forward to checking it out now that it's out on Apple. Oh, it's out right now. I didn't quite realize that it's out. Yeah, so I missed Cherry. I haven't seen Cherry yet. I know that a lot of people have seen it, and a lot of people that I know, like Leo, has seen it, and a bunch of other people that I'm associated with have seen the film. I need to get on that now. I probably would have a review out probably next podcast episode, but we'll have have a conversation about maybe the Cherry. So yeah, now really, that's pretty much all I really had today planned out. Like I said, it was just kind of something. Want to talk about some movies I hadn't quite watched or I have watched recently, and I wanted to share those with you. But now it's kind of open floor discussion. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys leave them in the comments section. We'll talk about them. We'll have a good conversation about it. And also, let me know. I would like to know what you guys have been watching. What have you guys been watching? What stuff would you recommend me to watch? Because I'm always looking for some really fun stuff. Really fun. I'm always curious to watch new movies too. And this week it's just been one of those things. I kind of didn't have any, I couldn't think of any good podcast episodes that we could conversation have. So I was like, let's go live. Let's have some conversation with you guys, because that's what we like to do here in Almost Sideways. I think next week, I don't have anything planned, but I know the guys are planning on the movie podcast side of things, they're planning a deep dive of Shallow Hal with Jack Black. So that's going to be a fun conversation. I'm trying to get that edited up for the YouTube channel. I think I'm also trying to work on getting their deep dive conversation of Silence of the Lambs up here on YouTube as well. So some fun stuff here. I think we just dropped a couple different, like their Oscar nomination predictions episode here up on the channel, and then some smaller reviews as well. Wednesday, I believe that, the 17th is St. Patrick's Day, and you will have a ranking of every single Leprechaun movie up here on the YouTube channel. So make sure you guys check out that, so that all from worst to best. Anyway, let's go into your guys', there's a bunch of things here. Let's go up. Eric Thorpe. I believe it came out on Apple for the public today. Okay, so this is the 12th. Yeah, the 12th, this Friday. Oh yeah, so it probably would have come out. So I'll probably check that out tonight, and I'll follow me on Twitter, Adam Sideways. If you guys haven't, I'll try to get a review up here. It'd be kind of fun to share that as well. Her No Time to Die theme song I think, is one of the best. I need to check it out. I probably have seen it, but I can't recall how it sounds right now. And Leo's curious to hear my thoughts on Cherry. All right, let's see here. No Time to Die is my most anticipated upcoming movie this by far. I think, No Time to Die is up there for me. I did post a video on this, but I think now I really want to see Quiet Place 2. One of the movies I actually watched, Malcolm and Marie, appeared on my most anticipated list, and 9 Days appeared, but we posted reviews on those films on the channel already. I liked them both. Up there, that's top 5 for the year for me. So far, I haven't seen a whole lot of movies this year, though. But I think, let's try to think here. Most anticipated movies. Yeah, I think No Time to Die is up there. Top Gun Maverick, Ghostbusters is up there. There's a lot of fun movies. MCU stuff. I think there's a ton of fun stuff coming out this year. That is, my hair is bugging me. It's too long. I need to get a haircut. So that's happening today. Anyway, next question. Leo, for the Spirit Awards, I watched The Assistant. Great message. It's a little too slow. Yeah, I actually started watching that yesterday. Got home from work, and it was a long day, and I started watching The Assistant, and because I've heard good things about it, and I got to about 5 minutes in, I was like, I probably am not ready to watch a movie yet. So I popped in, and I got the platinum of The Last of Us Part 2, and then I started playing the Tomb Raider PS4 version, the definitive edition. So hopping on that and playing some games, so I wake up so I don't fall asleep after work. Leo, what's your favorite of the DCEU, and are you excited or anticipating Zack Snyder's Justice League? Heck yeah. I mean, I'm actually really looking forward to Justice League now a little bit more than I have been. Favorite film in the DCEU? Wonder Woman's up there. I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman film a lot. I think the third act aside, it was probably my favorite thing so far that they've done. But I'm also a big fan of Shazam. I enjoyed Aquaman quite a bit. Man of Steel, I have to rewatch again. BVS, the ultimate cut, was actually a lot better than the original cut. It's not like top tier for me, but I think at the top for me, I think the first Wonder Woman movie, Birds of Prey. I actually really had a lot of fun with Birds of Prey too. Probably at my top 5. Wonder Woman, maybe Shazam, Birds of Prey, Man of Steel, and Aquaman. Probably top 5, and then I probably have to throw in BVS, Justice League, and then Suicide Squad. Probably that's how my ranking would be right now. I have to take a look at some of those films, and who knows how the next Zack Snyder's cut would be. I'm excited for it. I think that comes out next weekend, right, on the 19th or 18th or 19th. So I should definitely have to check that out. Okay, Man of Steel and BVS are my faves, so I think I'll dig the Snyder cut. I think that a lot of the stuff I've seen recently, probably dig it, and it's just going to be interesting to see the side by side comparisons between the two movies, because I just don't. It's crazy to think how many people wanted this cut to happen than it actually did. It makes me think of other versions of films that you would like to see from other directors that maybe got cast off, aka Solo. Like, let's have the Lord and Miller cut of Solo, please. Or let's have the David Fincher, the actual completed cut of Alien 3 from David Fincher. That'll be a lot of fun. I would love those two movies. And there's probably other ones. I have to think about, but like one of my favorite cuts, the best like director's cut movie of all time is Blade Runner, like the final cut. Like that's like a perfect film. One of my top 100 movies of all time. Really, and I'm not. There's another controversial thing. I'm not a huge Ridley Scott fan. I think he's pretty hit or miss, and I'm really only kind of a fan of. There's films I've enjoyed, but I don't think there's something like I'm dying to go see a Ridley Scott movie. I love Alien. I love Blade Runner 2049. That's not Ridley Scott, but Blade Runner and Alien are kind of my favorites of his films. I have fun with Gladiator, but after watching it recently, I'm not kind of like put a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know why, but it was not as good as I remember it being. All right. What's your favorite movie of 2020? We did do best movies of the list, and I can kind of remember actually because with Nomadland watching it, it knocked out Possessor out of my top 10. Possessor, my original list was Possessor number 10. Number 9 is Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. Number 8 was Tenet. 7, Palm Springs. 6 was Pieces of a Women. 5 was You Cannot Kill David Arquette, which is a documentary about David Arquette as a wrestler. And number 4 was The Invisible Man. Number 3 was oh my goodness, I'm forgetting my number 3. Number 1 was oh my goodness, I totally throw myself off now. No, number 3 was Promising Young Woman. Number 2, oh my god, I don't want to look. I know I should know this. Promising Young. Oh yeah, I got it. Number 2 was Sound of Metal. And number 1 was Another Round, which is probably going to be the film that wins Best International Film at the Oscars this year. I was going back and forth between Sound of Metal and Alex Vinterberg's Another Round. A lot of reasons why I put Another Round as my favorite is because I'm a big fan of the film The Hunt, which Vinterberg and Mads Mikkelsen has done together. It was actually appeared on my top 25 movies of the last decade. So Another Round. Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's really cool movie, and I really dug it. It's about them experimenting with drinking alcohol through keeping a blood alcohol level of a certain point, going throughout your day, and you get more little. There's like a theory. They have a hypothesis, and they go out and kind of do a social experiment. But Sound of Metal's up there too. Those ones I can't go wrong with those two films. I mean, one side my mouth is super dry right now. All right. Eric Thorpe goes back to the DCEU conversation. I enjoy them all other than Suicide Squad and Justice League. Yeah, agree with that. There's chatter of the Shackman cut of WandaVision now already. Oh my goodness. I don't think I want to. I think the finale was fine. Yeah, it was a little rushed. I would like to be a little longer, but I thought it was fine. My favorite 2020 was Tenet, even though I wouldn't say I was over the moon for it. Really liked it though. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Tenet. What's funny enough is one of our guys, Terry, on our podcast and website as well, he ranked it as one of his worst films. He's like least favorite film of the year. He didn't really understand why I was so hyped. And then, of course, I'm like biting my tongue as we're sitting on the episode. I'm like, I'm about to talk about this as one of my favorite movies of the year. I just really dug it a lot. I thought it was really fun. And I haven't put a Christopher Nolan movie in my top 10 for quite a bit. And I like Dunkirk. I have to go back and watch that. I have the 4K version. I found it at a pawn shop actually, so I need to go back and rewatch that. Do kind of like a revisited review of that because when I first did YouTube a while ago, a couple years ago, I reviewed it and I gave kind of like it was fine. It was decent, but I wasn't over the moon with Dunkirk either. For something with Tenet that hit me, I just enjoyed the heck out of it. Probably John David Washington and Robert Pattinson. Really liked anything that those guys do now, so I'm always gonna be fans of them. Another round I liked. So you think it would beat out Minari that won at the Golden Globes? The thing is, I don't think Minari is going to get nominated as Best International Film because it's not an international movie. It's an American movie, and yes, it has a lot of subtitles in it, but it wouldn't necessarily qualify for Golden Globes, it's best foreign language film. So of course, Minari being with subtitles with that. So we still don't know exactly where Another Round would fit into this Oscar conversation, because it really hasn't gone up against anything without Minari. I think the only movie that's going to really compete with it is La Llorona, which is a Guatemalan film, which I also have seen recently. I should have maybe talked about that movie today, but La Llorona I thought was really good. It's a little different than I thought it was, and it's like jump scary or anything like that. But it was a very kind of intense, impactful film, and different telling of this legend. So I really dug it as well. The Dark Knight trilogy and Inception are my fave movies of all time, and the rest of the Nolan movies are fantastic, but not quite on the level for me of those four. I think my favorite Nolan film, I think, let me put this over here because the light is different. I think for me, my favorite one would be Memento. Memento and The Dark Knight's up there for me. Let's see. Yeah, I think it goes Dark Knight or Memento. It flips every once in a while, and then you go Batman Begins, and then probably. So I'm drawing a blank. I kind of really liked Insomnia. I think Insomnia is in the top. Inception would be up there as well, and then you would go with, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, maybe Dunkirk. Following is up there. Actually, I'm forgetting Tenet now too. Where is Tenet? I haven't actually ranked Christopher Nolan's movies before, and I've been put on the spot about it. It's kind of fun to think about. I guess I would go near the bottom would be the Prestige. It was okay. Then probably Interstellar, and then I don't know. It's a tough question because he said it's a different director here too. So, but for sure, Dark Knight, Memento, and then Batman Begins is up there. Tenet would be up there too. Yeah, following Insomnia. Let's see. That's true, I guess. I guess the Golden Globes is just about being foreign language, but at the Oscars, it actually has to be a full on foreign film. Yeah, that is true. It's weird how they the two different things, Golden Globes, and then also the Oscars are completely different. It's like Golden Globes are like the drunk uncle. They kind of just like do whatever they want type of thing for awards. But it's been it's fun to see kind of different things play out and excuse me, my throat is extremely dry all of a sudden. Have things play out and it just throws a fork in everything that we as you think about and want to see, because it's the Golden Globes are they just do their own thing and they're completely happy with it, and we as movie fans, we get to be upset by what they do because of how different they are being, and they nominate a bunch of weird random movies that no one's seen yet, and it's like, wait, why are you nominating this film here, because no one has seen this one yet? So it's kind of funny. And like the Golden Globes might have put like Jodie Foster into like the best supporting actress category, which she wasn't really getting any recognition for the movie, but now she might be. So it's kind of fun to talk about though. Whew, man, it's one of those days where I just cannot. My mouth is dry. It's dry today. I think here. Let's see. What other questions? I'm really going. What other questions do we have? Well, those are all the questions that we really had here. Trying to see if anybody else is joining real fast. Ask your questions. Boom. All right. Just me staring at the camera right now. Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside today. I might have to go for a nice walk with the family later today and have some fun. So we'll wait a little bit longer. If you guys have any more questions, I really appreciate Leo and Eric asking really cool questions. I guess the question out for you is, Eric, if you're still there, what's your least favorite Nolan film? That's the question. Ooh, here we go. More questions. Okay. Eric Thorpe, favorite Bond movie? Favorite Bond movie? James Bond. For me, it's a three-way tie: GoldenEye, Casino Royale, and Skyfall. Ooh, good films. Yeah, GoldenEye is up there for me as well. Skyfall, of course, but the man with the golden gun's really good. GoldenEye, of course, probably one of my favorite ones of them. I used to watch James Bond quite a bit with my grandpa, and like whenever those James Bond marathons would come on, we would watch that and have a lot of fun with it too. So I really enjoy a good James Bond movie. I think that some of my other favorite ones, The Man with the Golden Gun, From Russia with Love. I'm kind of nostalgic for Dr. No for me. And Dr. No's for me is up there too because it's just like that's the first one. But Casino Royale, Skyfall, GoldenEye, all really great choices, and near the top of my list too. But GoldenEye probably the most like the most because I also still have the Nintendo 64 video game, one of the best video games that I've played growing up. Love them all, but it would have to be have the following if counts, just because it doesn't really compare to the others. And Insomnia, Following. Okay, Following, if that counts, just because it doesn't really compare to the others. Yeah, Following was his very first movie. So Christopher Nolan's, first, your first outing is always kind of the one that you're kind of testing the waters and trying to get, people kind of invest. I actually kind of really appreciate that movie. It's definitely a little different and unique compared to his other movies. So I kind of give it a little bit more props because you're kind of, he's such an accomplished director now that he's doing his thing now and he's doing big budget, but you have to start somewhere, and the following is really good. And Insomnia, second one. I think Insomnia is very underrated. Robin Williams and Al Pacino in that are very good in that, and I really, really like them in there. So can't go wrong with that at all, for me anyway. So, all right. Everything in between those bottom two and my aforementioned top four, it's hard to rank in between. I agree 100%. Just can't rank them. Yeah. Any of the others lower. Yeah, good point. All right. I think pretty much I've kind of tagged some people in there too, so I'm not sure, 100% sure any more people will come. So I'm probably just going to wrap it up here and kind of get my weekend started. So I'll get this out on audio version too. I wanted to just take a couple minutes, and hang out with you guys for a little bit and see if anybody came in. I probably not a good time to start a live stream like in the afternoon. Maybe I should have done a little later, but I wanted to also get this out before my wife came home. I saw somebody got a message on Twitter. Who knows? Let's see. Anyway, hold on a second. Def going to check it out. And I'm cool. Anyway, yeah, I think I might just hang out. It's a little longer. Talk about some stuff that I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I'm going out to Vegas in a couple weeks. At the end of the month, actually, my wife and I are going to Vegas. We've been married for 8 years now, so we're going to go out and actually have an anniversary weekend away. So very first flight that I've ever taken in a long time, actually, since I was probably in high school, and I'm 32 now. So it's been a while since I've been on a plane, which I'm not nervous about that. It's just, during this kind of crazy time this world's in right now, it's getting on something that's a little, it's different. It's a different adventure, So going out there and exploring the world and so to speak, even though it's only like a 2-hour flight. It's going to be fun just to get out of town, kind of break the monotony of the normal day-to-day stuff, and kind of just celebrate our kind of relationship together. We've been through a lot of stuff together, and 8 years is a good chunk of change there. It's been fun. And so that we're going to go to Vegas. I probably won't have an episode in a couple weeks, but I'll try to think of something for I think I appreciate it. I try to think of something cool for the channel. And I think that's it. Like it's been fun kind of growing this thing out a little bit. And especially it's definitely different when we had the YouTube channel before. I was posting all the time and making these content, but this time I wanted to have more of a conversation, also bringing the guys on too with videos and having them post their little small reviews too. I think we can pump out a lot more content. So we're going. We've only been a channel for a couple months now, so slowly we got to start somewhere, slowly but surely. So it's been fun. It's been a fun ride, and I'm digging it for sure. So, all right, what else? I think maybe I have I know I've talked to a couple people for like a interview. I think I'm going to reach out to Ren Geekness, which I know he said he's probably going to do that in a couple weeks. I think that's going to be the audio podcast version on the. I think the Ren Geekness is going to be the audio podcast interview that day, but that will also be up here on YouTube too. So comment here. I'll pass this on to the guys too. Josephine DeMarco, nice. Hello, thank you. Hey, hello, loved your Oscar prediction video. Yeah, I will pass that on to Terry, Zach, and Todd. I think I liked it. That was the whole episode. Actually, Terry and Todd. So it's been cool to see that actually got a lot of traction. So I'm going to try to start putting their full audio, their full video versions of the podcast up here on YouTube, and then slowly break it down onto the YouTube as well. So you'll have a really long video, and then you'll have like little small segmented segments. But if you're looking for like full format stuff, whoops, 1 second. Let me take the comment down. Got to do one thing at a time, Adam. And like I said, like full format audio versions are on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, and Stitcher, with all videos on here as well. So I think that Crude's review that popped up on our channel too, that was actually part of the they did kind of like what we've been watching recently, and then they went into the Oscar conversation. So that was on that podcast episode. But really, it was really cool. I think it's over 300 views on that video now. Really cool seeing that grow out, and really appreciate all the support on that. She also asks, have you seen The Edge with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin? It's from the library. I haven't even heard of that. That's awesome. And I might have to take a look at that. Edge with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. Let me take a look at that pulling up on IMDb real fast here. Anthony Hopkins, a 1996 film. Edge, nice. The Edge. It is a 1997 American survival film directed by Lee Tamor, starring Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. The plot follows a wealthy businessman, Charles Moore's photographer Bob Green, and assistant Stephen, who must trek through the elements to try to survive after their plane crashes down in the Alaskan wilderness. Oh, they're being tracked down by the Kodiak bear. I have seen this poster before, but for whatever reason, I have not seen this movie. Dang, so okay, I'm gonna put that on my list. That actually sounds really fascinating. I remember seeing that poster, I think when I was a kid. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. That's pretty dang cool. Always like movie recommendations, because you never know hidden gems out there from other people. Josephine also has a YouTube channel too, where I read my movie reviews and poetry. Oh, nice! I'll have to take a look at that. Cool. Really appreciate that. If you guys have any more questions, I think we have a couple people here watching, and I really do appreciate all this as well. Here we go. Eric Thorpe. Here we go. Have you checked out the first episode of Marvel Assembled? The first episode is the making of WandaVision. It makes me love the show even more. I haven't checked that out. Marvel Assembled. I thought that was just like kind of like a recap show. I guess that was Marvel Legends. And but Marvel's Assembled, that sounds pretty dang cool. Might have to take that show up, because I really liked, like I said, WandaVision was a really fun show that I really did dig. So I'll have to take a look at that. Thanks for the recommendation on that one. Just came out today. Okay, so cool. Okay, so it wasn't the Legends show that I was thinking it was. All right, Josephine. Thoughts on the movie Being There? I have to pull up this one because there's been so many movies out recently. Let's see here. I'm spelling Boeing for some reason. Being There. It's a 1979 movie. Is that the one you're talking? 1979 movie. Academy Award Best Supporting Actor. Have I seen this one? I don't know if I've seen this one. Let me see. I think I'm pretty sure somebody on our website has. I'm just pulling up our website, almostsideways.com. Take a look at it. It has all our updated movie reviews there from Terry, Zach, Todd, and myself. I'm checking out to see if anybody has seen the 1979 film Being There real fast. Since obviously if I haven't seen this, I can't really tell you what I think about it, but I will at least give the star rating from the other guys. And we'll keep in touch. Where I'm not 100% sure. Am I looking at the right spot? No, I don't think they've seen it either. Wow. Wait. I have to go down a little further. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong spot on our website. I don't know. 1979 Being There. There we go. 1979 Being There. Okay. Wow. Okay. So two people have seen this on our website. Zach and Todd both gave it 4 stars, and in both people have it appeared and their top 3 of 1979. So I have not personally seen this movie, but 2 guys on our website have seen this movie and it appeared in their top 3. So that's definitely yes, and Hal Ashby film. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I might have to take a look at that. And again, I appreciate the recommendation. I'm gonna get a piece of paper real fast and take a look at it. Make sure, Being There from 1979. And The Edge. I like those, like, in lack of a better word, those are kind of like random movie reviews or movies that you brought up. But some of those are probably hidden gems too. So I'll take a look at those movies because I read the synopsis while I pulled them up here, and actually it sounded really kind of right up my alley. So I have to. Have you seen anything from Hal Ashby? Pull up him because I think I have. Let's see here. Pull up his filmography here. Yeah, yep. See, I've seen more Bound for Being There. Pulling up his. I think I've seen Harold and Maude. That was really good. I really liked that movie quite a bit. And In the Heat of the Night. Yes. That mystery drama film. Yeah, man, there's so many. Hal Ashby. Yeah, I think the only one I've seen is Harold and Maude. I haven't seen that for such a long time. I'll have to revisit that movie. But I really liked that one. And I think that he's a really good director. That I don't know. Granted, for me personally, my blind spot in film are kind of older films past the 80s. I have been working really hard the last couple of years to improve a lot of my blind spots in there, and that's why I kind of started something on the podcast too. My first time watches, which I haven't done a first time watch recently. Was my first time watch. We did one last month with Terry for 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. But going in some older movies, I have a couple Criterion movies right down here by my TV that I'm definitely needing to be starting to watch. I think like the 80s Elephant Man was one of them. Also All About Eve. I think I was really wanting to do that as well. So I'll have to look at more Hal Ashby movies so I can get more kind of like, because it looks like I was looking at, he's drawn about, I want to say about 30-something movies here. And, you know, he has a good filmography and it looks like really like a lot of positive movies. And he was an editor on a bunch of movies. He's been credited for over 30, it looks like. But he has directed about, there's 3, 6, 9, 12, about 15 movies here. Yeah, so I'll have to take a look at some of Hal Ashby's movies. That's freaking awesome. Next question. In the Heat of the Night was directed by Norman Jewison, and Hal Ashby did not. He did do the editing, so he might have edited. Yeah, I was looking at all the movies he was credited for. I thought I was mistaken for the Heat of the Night. I said that. Yeah, he was. It came out in 1967, and he was the editor on that movie. Yeah, that was his. Looks like his fourth film that he edited. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, like a lot of these titles, and I'm clicking on some of these like the stories. It looks really like some really cool films. And have the Holy Mountain. I know for sure I haven't seen this movie, The Holy Mountain, but these recommendations are awesome. Let's take a look at what The Holy Mountain is. Holy Mountain, 1973. Yeah, see the 70s are what's really going to be. I'm definitely know I'm not going to be able to see a whole lot of these 70s movies. Let's see. The Holy Mountain is a Spanish. Oh wow, okay, Mexican surreal fantasy film by Alejandro Jodorowsky. The film was produced by the Beatles manager. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. The Holy Mountain. I'm writing that one down, too. From 1973. I wonder if any of the guys have seen any of these films. I have to touch base with them after they listen to this, but I think that's pretty dang fascinating. I love finding new films on these things, so. Oh, my throat's really dry today, guys. I apologize about that. All right. Okay. Now we're about the 50-minute mark now at this live stream. If you guys have any quick questions, drop it up. I think my throat's pretty much almost done, I think. And enjoy that. I also promised my daughter I would go play Frisbee with him. Oh, we have some more people copping him here. The Last Action Hero. Yes, I have seen this movie. Have you ever seen Stargate? I have seen Stargate, and haven't watched Stargate in a very long time. But I do remember really liking this movie or show. And it was a lot of fun. I remember always, channel. I think it was like channel 55, I believe. So a lot of it was a cool little sci-fi thing. The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I believe that's the movie you're talking about. Yeah, I just watched that for the first time this last year, and I had a lot of fun with that movie. A fan of Arnold, but there's some movies I haven't seen of his. But yeah, always a lot of fun on finding those his films too. And some of these other ones I haven't seen yet. Local Hero, I haven't heard of this one yet. Valley Girl, I want to say I might have seen this one, but I can't really picture. I can picture it, but I'm thinking I always get the movies mixed up, I think. And Lost Starfighter, one of those 90s or 80s classic little films here that I have not seen either. So I have missed some older movies. But with that said, guys, I probably will be winding down a little bit. I'm going to go and play some Frisbee with my daughter and get ready before my wife comes home. So, here we go. Eric Thorpe, got to head out now. Great stream. I love just chatting movies. I've just recently found and subscribed to your channel. We'll check out all the other vids very soon. Hey, man, we really appreciate that. Again, like I said, you'll see myself or Eric, Terry, Zach, or Todd as well. So really appreciate you stopping by, Eric, and asking some really cool questions. Again, we'll probably be doing some more streams like this over the course of time. Maybe I have the guys on for a Q&A. I think Q&As are a little, are a good thing to get invested with you guys as well and get to know you guys and talk movies with you and you get to know what you guys really like in film too. So probably try to do some more of these as well. And I really appreciate it. I'm sorry to insult my throat. Can I get my throat to stay what's the word? Not dry. Nice to meet you, Eric Thorpe from Josephina. And Josephina also says, bye, almost have fun with your wife and daughter. Absolutely. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good weekend. We're gonna make it a good weekend. Like I said, we might go see Raya the Last Dragon. I know I need to get a haircut. That's what my coworkers and my wife's saying too. So it's a nice cash weekend. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe and just have a lot of fun. And come back and talk movies with us. And Almost Sideways, again, audio podcast links are in the show notes. You can also find my Twitter down there too. And also subscribe to Almost Sideways for more movie-related conversation. Until every week, to everyone, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.